Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Falcons Gymnasium. They are set to host their final home game of the 2012/13 season, and they got a tough game tonight. The number 14 team in Northern California, the Thunderbirds from Merritt College, coming in at 13-10 overall and 10-3 in the BVC, sitting in third place in the Bay Valley Conference. A big game for Merritt tonight in Solano as they still try and make their way into the Northern California playoffs and represent California in the postseason. Solano looks to go out with a bang tonight, win their fourth game in the last 6. They've been playing really well as of late, due in large part to the 2 freshmen inside. Number 32, Corey Duran, averaging 11 points and 7 rebounds per game. And also keep a close eye on number 22, Jamari Moss. The kid has been balling as of late, averaging 12.5 points per game in his last 7 contests, also averaging about 8 rebounds per game in those contests, also averaging nearly 10 points and 6 boards on the season. He led the way with 18 points in their 76-69 loss against the College of Marin in their last contest. Now looking at the other side for the Merritt College Thunderbirds, 2 guys to pay close attention to. Number 0, the freshman sensation, Delvin Nisby, averaging 15 points per game, shooting over 50% from the floor, shooting over 40% from deep, and he killed them in their first contest this year, dropped 29 on Solano in Merritt's 73-65 W back on January 17th. Another guy to pay close attention to for the Thunderbirds, the big guy inside number 4, the double-double machine, Eric Nelson, the 6'7" sophomore from El Cerrito High School, averaging nearly 12 points a game and 10 boards on the season. For more sophomore night, let's send over to the PA address announcer, John Canova, to address the sophomores for your Solano Falcons. All right, baby, we are set for the opening tip-off. Once again, I'm Zach Poff here with Solano College Sports Network. Got 2 very special guests. John Jordan here with me on set as Mike McKinney knocks down the trifecta from the corner, along with Jeremy Johnson. Big game tonight for the Falcons, of course. No playhouse for Solano in line, but they do want to win in style last home game of the season. And, of course, sophomore night for the Falcons. 5 starting sophomores for Solano here tonight. As you saw, McKinney usually starts on the bench. Starting tonight, knocks down the open 3 in the corner. Merritt with 10 on the shot clock. Josh Amy, number 1, has the rock in his hands. Corner 3, little short, loose ball. Laquan Gomes with the rebound. Pushing it, coast to coast, Gomes with the right, gets his shot rejected by Eric Nelson inside. Easy take inside for Delvin Nisby, the freshman sensation. This kid torched Solano for 29 in the first contest. And what does Solano need to do here tonight, Jeremy, to get things on track? Or excuse me, John?
They just need to keep pushing and just push the defense through and just get their shots up and get it down before the clock runs out.
And, of course, the Falcons starting 5 sophomore. James Givens usually starts for Solano, starting point guard along with Mike Stockton, Laquan Gomes. Manny Gabriel usually starts on the bench, getting the start here tonight in sophomore night. And, of course, Mike McKinney knocked down the 3 earlier, slipped right through the hands of Laquan Gomes. And looking at Merritt, Delvin Nisby and Eric Nelson, the 2 guys to pay close attention to. Josh Amy, Marcus Castrillo, and Anthony Knight, the 5 starting for the Thunderbirds. Merritt 10-3 in the BVC this year. Easy finish inside for Castrillo. 4-3 lead for Merritt. And we'll have to wait and see when Nagel elects to go to the bench to get guys like Corey Duran and also Jamari Moss in the game. 2 of the better players for Solano, 2 freshmen that will be coming back next year. Foul on Eric Nelson inside. So with the 5 on the floor for Solano, it's going to be important for them to knock down their 3s. McKinney 2 for 2 so far from deep. 6-4 lead for Solano. Amy coming the way for Merritt. Nisby torching for 29, puts up the easy shot, little fadeaway from about 10 feet, 6-6 tie. Near still, McKinney works it out, Stockton, nice pass inside. Nice cut by Gabriel. Gets his shot rejected. Second block for Nelson. Falcons come out with a loose ball. JG, 3. Doesn't draw iron. And James Givens, usually a sure-handed three-point shooter, shooting 44% from deep this year. So we got a little bit of a packed house here at Solano for sophomore night. Right around 100, 150 people here to cheer on Solano in their last home game of the season. Stockton with the rebound inside. All right, so now we're going to get our third man on the set. Jeremy Johnson joining the crew also. We got to be like TNT, fellas. We got to have the three-man crew, right?
Exactly.
So, Jeremy, what does Solano kind of need to do here to get their final victory here at home tonight?
They need to do what they did last week mostly, just push it, break through the press, and make sure their baskets fall. Last week their baskets were just falling like it was nothing.
Merritt come the other way after Gomes missed the easy lay-in. Castillo tries to go with the right-handed throw down, a little short. JG, straightaway 3, in and out, rebounded by Nelson. Nelson averaging 11 points and 10 boards on the season. Double-double machine, has had 16 double-doubles this year. Nice take, nice pass to Castrillo, who finishes with the right hand. No one gets back on D. Manny Gabriel coming down the other way. Goes up strong, can't finish with the right hand. Excellent job. Mike Stockton gets his feet set outside of the restricted area, draws the charge.
Good job taking the charge right there, making sure he stayed inside, kept his feet outside the zone.
And Jamari Moss checks in. Laquan Gomes has an early seat. Jamari Moss been playing really well as of late, averaging 15 points per game in his last 4 contests. Led the way in their last contest with 18 points in their 7-point loss to the College of Marin. This one stolen away. Anthony Knight draws the foul, going against McKinney.
I don't know about that foul call. A little bit, not enough contact for me, but whatever the refs want to call, I guess, right?
And of course we got John Jordan on the set also too, a stud high school baseball player right here.
Yes, sir. I'm seeing a lot of defense out of the Thunderbirds, really forcing the Falcons to pass.
So Merritt with the 10-6 lead here early on, almost 5 minutes gone by, 15:35 left here, first half. Gabriel, straightaway 3, short. Moss tips it out. Stockton comes up with the loose ball. Falcons reset. The shot clock never got reset, so ref's going to go ahead and fix that.
And let's see if they try to get the ball to Stockton here. He hasn't really taken a shot yet.
And Stockton's a guy, if he gets an open look, I mean, you can just put the 3 on the board.
Exactly.
Stockton started the year shooting 25% from 3 in his first 15 games, but since then he's been shooting 44% from behind the 3-point line. McKinney gets it over to Moss. Stockton, nice pass inside, kicks it out. Givens thought about the corner 3. Falcons working it around the perimeter. Stockton just inside the 3-point line, count it. And Jeremy Johnson called that one. You got to get Stockton some open looks. And he said, I got you, man.
He knew he was going to get one sooner or later.
Looked like all ball up here, but not for the ref on the baseline. That one's going to be a foul on Jamari Moss, and that will send Castrillo to the charity stripe.
That was a different call there, that's for sure. I didn't. Ooh. He might have initiated the contact, but it wasn't much.
Castrillo, 68% from the free throw line this year. The sophomore from Pinole High School knocks down the first of 2. So 11-8 the score, 14:53 left. Once again, you're checking out Solano College Sports Network, the last broadcast of the Solano men's basketball team this year. Solano, of course, 10-15 on the year, 5-9 in the BVC, much improved from last year's team. And Castrillo knocks down both free throws. A couple of subs coming in. Castrillo takes a seat. Anthony Knight checks in. Elliot Harold also on the floor for Merritt. So the 5 on the floor for Solano, James Givens, along with Laquan Gomes and McKinney. Jamari Moss and Mike Stockton. So Gomes had a quick rest on the bench, back in already. Stockton, nice pump fake, kicks it out. JG thought about it, takes it inside, nice dish. McKinney, maybe one too many passes, gets poked right back to Moss, puts it in.
I guess good ball movement right there. Lucky they didn't turn it over though.
The basketball gods were being nice to Solano for once there. And Jamari Moss, a guy that's been playing really well. Nagel's excited to have him coming back next season. Nice take inside, easy finish. Anthony Knight, the freshman out of El Camino High.
Doing a good job of definitely getting to the basket right now. I feel like all their shots they've made.
Nice running floater by McKinney. Mike McKinney already 8 points, has 8 of the 12 for Solano here. And a guy that's been in Nagel's doghouse over the last couple of years, but as the season's progressed, McKinney's kind of matured a little bit, playing a little better ball. Nisby, 3, short. McKinney, rebound.
Solano's defense is definitely keeping them back and not letting them get any shots off.
And it's a good thing you guys pointed both those out as Moss gets fouled inside, be going to line for 2 as Jeremy touched on. The Falcons have been playing pretty good defense on the perimeter, but anytime Merritt gets the rock inside, it's been easy money for the Thunderbirds. And also, too, John touched on it, you got to force Merritt to shoot those outside jumpers. That's when they're at their weakness, as we saw in that last possession. And Jamari Moss, he's come in the game and he's really took control and has really set the tone here early on. Misses the first free throw, and of course Moss, not the best free throw shooter on the season, 65%.
Just got to make sure they keep taking it in. They've been getting some foul calls here lately.
Misses both. Stockton, though, grabs the rebound. Falcons reset, new shot clock. Stockton, 3, NBA range. Count it. You knew the sophomore was going to come out balling tonight, and Merritt cannot leave Stockton open. Anytime this cat's open, he's going to knock it down. Jaleel Eppinger is in for the first time, dishes it off. Knight gets it back to Eppinger. 16 on the shot clock. Merritt down by 1. Nice pass inside. Two-handed throw down for Eric Nelson. I was hoping we'd see a dunk tonight.
He's got long arms, long legs. Made that one look easy.
Falcons down by 1. 12:45 to go here, first half. McKinney throws it away. Amy coming down the other way. Goes up strong, can't get it to drop. Offensive rebound, Knight. 2-point finish easily for Anthony Knight, the freshman out of El Camino.
I'm really impressed with their interior offense. It seems like all their guys just have the right moves around the basket. That every rebound they get, they're finishing.
Nice pass inside. Gomes, fade away, can't get it to drop. Moss with the offensive tip in.
Falcons D needs to keep them out of the key.
Yeah, anytime Merritt's got inside, they've had easy finishes. The key to making Merritt earn it is from outside the paint.
Make them shoot that 3.
And we're going to get a foul inside on Laquan Gomes. Almost looked like it could have been a jump ball, but the ref thought otherwise, and that's the 13th foul on Solano.
I thought it could have been a jump ball too. I don't know about that foul call.
Seems like Solano's being getting hosed here early on by the Zebras. So Corey Durant checks in for the first time tonight. Lead in score for Solano, averaging nearly 12 points per contest. Also checking in is Daniel Badger. So Givens, Gomes, Badger, along with Moss and Duran. Nice pass inside, easy finish. So once again, you guys touched on this early. Merritt's getting too many easy looks inside the paint, and Nagel is not happy, burns a timeout.
They get in that key, and they score almost every time. And
anytime they keep him outside the paint, it's been trouble for Merritt to get points on the board. So it's 20-17 here. The Thunderbirds on top by 3. 11:45 to go once again. And checking out Zach Poff here with John Jordan along with Jeremy Johnson, Solano College Sports Network. Last game of the Solano men's basketball season. Tomorrow, once again, we'll be bringing you Solano baseball as they're hosting San Joaquin Delta, and Solano dropped the contest in Delta earlier today. They lost 4-3, so the Solano baseball team now 4-2 overall. Been playing pretty good baseball. And I know you guys are ready, man. Spring training's just starting. Yes. I know you. Are you a Giants fan too there?
No, I'm not. I'm actually a
Ace?
Dodgers fan.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, baby. All about them Dodgers. So how's it feel to be stuck in between two Dodger fans?
Feels weird now.
But you guys have 2 or 3 championships, so we really can't talk, can we?
Yeah.
It's like a rival sandwich.
Yeah.
All right, so after the TO, Falcons really need to work on forcing Merritt to not get so many easy points inside the paint. Merritt has struggled from outside the paint. Daniel Badger, the freshman out of Rodriguez High, has the rock. JG, James Givens, straight away from the basket. Moss sets the screen. Duran gets it off to Gomes. 15 on the shot clock. Almost thrown away. 10 on the shot clock. Givens has to go. Works it inside. Tough shot. Gets it to drop. And that's where it's good. He's not the biggest guy, but he's he's got some strength. He's got some muscle down there, and he used that muscle to perfection to get the deuce. Corner shot. Foot on the line, so that's a 2-point shot for Elliott Harold, the sophomore out of Center High School.
Look for them to try to run the offense through Corey Duran here. It's the second leading scorer on the season.
Merritt's defense is really tight right now.
Gomes with the tough finish with the left hand, off the glass.
Definitely not the look you want, but if it goes in, it goes in. So it counts the same way.
Corner 3, short from Elliott Harold. And those shoes, I mean, those are blinding for a defender. He's got those kind of bright red, kind of orange type of shoes. JG just inside the 3-point line, short. Badger gets a loose ball. Wisely calls the timeout as he was cornered in the corner.
Good job using the timeout right there. He definitely got trapped in the corner. Almost turned it over, too.
So far, Falcons down by 1, 10-13 left here, first half. And man, we're missing the Rising Stars Challenge game right now. Luckily, I got it taped, but I love watching that game, man. Who you guys got? You think Shaq's team's taking it down or Team Chuck?
Shaq's team should be able to run him out of the gym.
That's what I was thinking.
Irving and Damian Lillard, but when I last saw the score update, it was 28-18. Chuck's team was winning.
Oh wow.
Fareed had almost had a double-double.
Wow. Who you guys got? Who do you got in the dunk contest?
Ooh, I think Fareed's gonna take it.
Really?
I just think the hair is gonna give him extra style points.
I'll give you that. I got T. Ross, man. That kid can fly. Duran has the rock after the TO. Hands it off to Badger.
I'm seeing a man-to-man defense right now from Merritt.
Nice save. Harold going out of bounds, saved it. Amy pushing it. Knight just inside the 3-point line. Nothing but nylon. 3-point lead now for the Thunderbirds.
Finally forced him to take an outside shot, and he still knocked it down.
Almost a turnover. Moss comes up with a loose ball. Backs in his defender, kicks it out. Badger almost traveled, takes it hard in stride with the right hand. Can't get the shot to drop, but does draw the foul. Be going to the charity stripe for 2.
Another soft call there on the foul, but it looks like they're just not really letting them play up to the full ability of hitting each other.
Well, I guess at least the refs are being consistent somewhat, but come on, let them play.
Hopefully they keep that up in the second half, too, because you have seen them change before.
Badger knocks down the first free throw, and Badger 42% from the free throw line this year, but he just hasn't been there too often, so those numbers are a little crooked. So been a tight contest here early on in the first 10 minutes and 34 seconds. Badger long on the second. Josh Amy has it, takes it inside, kisses it off the left, glass with the left hand over Jamari Moss. 4-point lead for Merritt.
Your defense cannot let a guy drive from half court. There's no way that should happen.
That kind of looked like the Lakers defense. McKinney from the elbow, count it.
That's his shot though. If they give him that, he's gonna knock that down.
It's Stolen away by McKinney. He's already got 10 points. Goes all the way. Misses the easy finger roll. Stockton with the rebound. He misses another shot inside. Rebounded by Nisby. Merritt coming the other way. Amy, a nice little crossover. Hands it off. And Merritt misses a shot inside with the left hand, but foul is called. It'll be 2 free throws.
Well, what do I know? I'm up here in the stands.
That'll send Nisby to the free throw line, 77%. And Nisby killed Solano in their first contest back on January 17th. Dropped 29 points on Solano in that 8-point victory on the year. He's leading Merritt, averaging 15 points a game. Knocks down the first of 2. And as Nisby goes, so goes this Merritt squad. Him along with number 4, Eric Nelson, they're 2 best players, and they've been playing pretty good ball as of late. They've won 2 in a row. They've won 4 out of the last 5, and they still have a chance to make the Northern California playoffs and hopefully maybe get down in the Final 4, match up with SoCal. Long way to go, though. Yuba right now leading the BBC 12-1 conference. Nisby misses a second offensive rebound. Another miss inside. Duran grabs the rebound. Falcons down by 3. 8.5 left here first half.
Gotta be careful. He almost went back court there. I thought he did personally.
I thought he did too. McKinney, hot hand, 3. In and out and in, baby. 13 early points for Mike McKinney.
Home field roll. No, it's a home field roll.
Falcons are looking good from the three-point line right now.
All tied up, 27-27. The Falcons are 4 from 7 from deep. We're going to get a weak push foul on Corey Duran, I believe. That'll be the 15th foul on Solano. And another easy kind of let-it-go type of foul whistled again by the refs. But you touched on it earlier. It's going to be important to see how the refs call the game in the second half, when obviously it's going to be way more crucial in the final 20.
Hey, it's got to hope they miss their free throws. I guess that's all you can really count for right now.
And looking at Merritt, not the best free throw shooting team, 65% on the year. Another easy look for Merritt inside as Marcos Castrillo gets the easy deuce.
Yeah, I think that was more of a foul than the hand check foul before that, personally.
Tim Moore in the game for the first time. Hands it off to McKinney. Falcons reset. Badger straight away. Nice behind the back dribble. Goes all the way with the right. Made that look easy. Delvin Nisby, a tough shot. Can't get it to drop. Loose ball. Castrillo gets it, but foot on the baseline. This one going the other way.
Good hustle, Tim Moore, making sure he didn't get that ball back in bounds.
And Tim Moore been playing better as the season's progressed, averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds this year. One of the other freshmen for Solano. He's out of Davis. That's your neck of the woods, isn't it?
Pretty close.
McKinney with a little shake and bake, knocks it down. Mike McKinney has taken this game over, folks. 15 points for McKinney already. He has nearly half of the 31 points for Solano's. They're up by 2, 31-29, just under 7 minutes to go, first half.
That was a beautiful jab, and he just made it look easy.
Crowd getting into it. You can hear the defensive chants. Almost blocked. Loose ball. Another easy opportunity. McKinney grabs the rebound and dribbles off his foot. Karam's out of bounds. It'll be Merritt ball.
Nice to hear that hometown crowd getting into it, though.
And I know you play sports, John. What does that crowd energy do? Does that help you kind of get into the game a little more? Or?
It helps you get into the game, but it also can make you a little bit more nervous as well. It depends on what you're like.
McKinney with the right-handed throw down, one hand. The style. McKinney with 17 early points, and he is setting the tone for this Falcons squad. He's trying to go out big. Sophomore night for Mike McKinney, one of the 5 sophomores honored. I didn't think he could dunk, man.
It looked like he climbed off someone's back.
Right? Mike McKinney wants to see a replay of that. Too bad we don't have a Jumbotron here at Solano Falcons Gymnasium. Maybe one day.
I thought I was going to jump out of my seat on that one.
Right? So we're getting spoiled here early on. We've already seen 2 dunks in the first half. Most community college basketball games I do, I usually see a big fat 0. So Falcons up by 4. It's been the Mike McKinney show here in the first 14 minutes. 17 of the 33 points for Solano all belong to number 3, Mike McKinney. What's impressed you guys the most about McKinney? I'll go ahead and start with you, John.
He's just pushing hard. I see him on offense. He's just driving as hard as he can, which you need. You need somebody to take the ball and take action.
And McKinney's doing exactly that.
Exactly.
What's impressed you the most about Solano here early on in the first 14 minutes?
They started buckling down on defense a little bit, started making them shoot outside the key some more, and the shots are still falling, but at least it's a harder shot.
So once again, you're checking out Solano College Sports Network. I'm Zach Poff here with the Double J's, John Jordan and Jeremy Johnson. And it's really been the Mike McKinney show here early on. Already 17 points, a season high for McKinney. Merritt gets it in. Tim Moore with the steal. Throws it up. McKinney goes up strong this time. He gets a shot rejected, but a foul called on Anthony Knight. Once again, I thought that was all ball, but it's been the way of the game so far. A little bit of context. Been a foul. I hate to see if there's a real foul. We're going to get a flagrant maybe, or?
I don't know, but I think he wanted to dunk that one down, too.
I thought he was going to try.
I was excited.
A better way to leave your college career than to break the rim, I guess, right?
Right?
I was ready for another one, maybe a two-hand.
I was ready for a TPN, baby. Right on somebody, get the McKinney poster out. McKinney short on the first free throw. Laquan Gomes checks back in. Daniel Badger has a seat. Also checking back in for Merritt, number 11, Jaleel Eppinger. So both teams, 16 fouls. It's McKinney. Gets a second one to drop. Falcons up 34-29. McKinney now with a game high, 18 points. Falcons kind of come with the full court press. Good job, Merritt passing the rock. Easily gets past the Falcons full court press. Falcons, you can hear the crowd pumping up the D. Falcons playing a little 2-3 zone. 3-point shot from Eppinger. Way off. Rebound, Tim Moore.
Once again, the Falcons did exactly what they needed to do. Keep them outside of that key.
JG a little too hard inside. Tried to get it to Corey Duran.
I do like Gibbons bringing that ball up, though. I always like watching Gibbons dribble the ball. It makes it look so easy.
JG is definitely a smooth player with the rock. And also, he knows how to use his body pretty well, as we saw earlier when he had that easy bucket inside. So we're at the 5-minute mark here. First half, Falcons up by 5, 34-29. Been a fast-paced first half. Castrillo inside off the glass. Just a power move, easy deuce. Let's see if Mike McKinney pulls up right here. He's feeling it. Elects to reset. Laquan Gomes. Moore thought about the corner three. Good closeout D by Castrillo. JG with 12 on the shot clock. Gomes, nice little crossover. Tries to pass it inside, stolen away. Merritt, numbers. McKinney almost got the block from behind, but Marcus Green finishes at the rim. And first points for Green here tonight, averaging 9.7 points per game this year. The freshman out of Bishop O'Dowd.
Defensive stand, though, was the big guy inside, Castrillo. He moved his feet really well to keep the guy out of the paint. That's something you don't see every day out of a big guy.
And also, too, Gomes had a bounce pass available, but elected to try and get over the strong arms of Castrillo. Easy still. Tim Moore, three, little short. Castrillo with the rebound. Falcons nursing a 34-33 lead, up by one with 3:50 to go. Green finishes inside again, so 4 quick points for Green. Merritt back up by one.
Merritt's doing what they do best, taking the ball back inside again. Solano defense starting to line up.
They need to watch that middle. It's left open every single time.
Yeah, Solano's interior defense has been horrible here early on in the first 16 and a half minutes. McKinney, little hesitation dribble, kicks it out to JG, James Gibbons. Corey Duran loses it. Merritt has numbers. Little strong. Eppinger Tim Moore with the rebound. McKinney has 1-on-2, doesn't care, goes coast to coast with the right hand, can't get it to drop. We're going to get a goaltend as the backboard was hit, rattled the rim. McKinney is going to get credit for the deuce, now up to 20 points on the night.
McKinney's trying to go out with a bang, taking the ball to the basket, scoring all kinds of points.
He's going to try and drop 39 like LeBron did in Oklahoma City last night, and it's just remarkable the type of run LeBron James has been on. He finally had the streak come to an end last night with 30 points and shooting 60% from the floor, but he's still the only guy in NBA history to do it 6 straight games. It's pretty remarkable. Are they the favorites again to repeat?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, I know. I hate to say it. A little quiet there, John. You don't think so, or still unsure?
Yeah.
Who's your squad? You like the Dubs, Warriors?
No.
Don't say the Kings.
No, I hate the Kings.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
The Seattle Kings.
I'm glad they're leaving.
Yeah. A strong word.
Right.
Kind of get them out of here.
Too much cowbell?
Yeah, a little too much.
So
I've been to their games. I root for the other team.
Exactly right. Elliott Harold at the line. 1-1. Nothing but net. Harold, the sophomore out of Center High School. 69% from the free throw line.
What do you think of the shooter's shoes?
I love him. I like it. He's got a little style kind of, what is it, like red-orange or kind of, what are we going to call that color? Knocks down 2 free throws.
There's one way to stand out in the NBA court, and it's wearing the shoes. I give him props.
Were you guys checking out the celebrity game on ESPN earlier before you came here? You see Russell Westbrook's suit?
I did.
Oh, man, what'd you think? What'd you think of those pants? You kidding me?
I don't know what he's trying to camouflage to, but he needs to camouflage to something.
It was bad. That guy has the worst wardrobe possible. All right, enough fashion statements over here. It's starting to, come on, Zach. Stockton 3, short. Loose ball. Gomes, able to save it, throw it off. Number 20, Anthony Tabor. Nice play by Gomes.
With this game, with all the fouls that you're getting from the refs, you really need to knock down those free throws. Without the free throws, you can get behind.
And especially now, both teams in the penalty, so both teams shooting free throws down the way, especially the way the fouls have been called by the refs. Might as well just drive it every time. You're probably going to get called for a foul. Duran, easy bucket inside, finishes under the rim with the right hand. So the Falcons retake the lead, 38-37. Been a very competitive first half, and Merritt 10-3 in 3rd place in the BVC. And then you look at Solano, who's 5-9 in the Bay Valley Conference, sitting in 7th place. We're going to get an offensive foul on Delvin Nisby as your boy James Gibbons takes the charge.
Now that was a foul. No other way around that.
So besides McKinney with 20 early points here, who's been the other Falcon that's kind of impressed you here in the first 18 minutes?
Ooh, that's a good one. McKinney's kind of stolen the show
here.
Yeah,
it's been a one-man show, huh? Yeah, one-man band, Mike McKinney.
Yeah, he's pretty much done it all.
His game reminds me a lot of Brandon Jennings, a guy that can get streaky, get going. If he's knocking down a shot, tough to guard. Gomes had the right idea, a little, not the best pass inside. Turnover for Solano.
I think the only other guy that's really stood out is Gibbons because he's been able to break down the defense. He's been able to get inside pretty much every time he's driven.
And JG also been playing great defense. He's kind of having a good all-around type of contest here tonight.
Stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
Exactly.
And he's been knocking down the shots that he needs to make.
We're going to get a traveling violation, so the Falcons full court press working out as Daniel Badger forces the turnover. Eppinger travels.
Looks like the Falcons' full court press is a little stronger right now than their zone defense that they were working at the beginning of the game.
So 1:50 left here, first half. Falcons up 38-37. Been a high-scoring first half here at the Falcons Gymnasium, their last home game of the season. Of course, they have one game left on the year. Next week at Contra Costa in San Pablo, and that'll be the last game for Solano this year. McKinney, 3. A little short, loose ball. Gomes comes up with it, gets it stolen away. Marcus Green all by himself. Easy finish with the left. Green now with 6 points.
McKinney would have dunked it.
I hope we get to see at least one more dunk tonight. McKinney almost traveled. JG, 3, wing, little short. Nice rebound inside. Corey Duran with the rebound and the 2 points.
Rebounds rebounder on a team for a reason.
And that just shows you how important rebounding is. Both of you guys touched on it at the exact same time. Stolen away, McKinney, another low look pass. JG can't finish. Loose ball, McKinney saves it. So 48 seconds left. 18-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. McKinney telling everyone to get out of his way. He wants to go one-on-one with the big guy. Stop and pop. And he gets the lucky roll. Hey, when it's your night, it's your night. As McKinney hit the back of the rim and got the roll for his 22nd point of the night. This one almost thrown away, and it is. The bright orange/reddish shoes could not save the rock.
That's one thing about those shoes. You can definitely tell when he goes out of bounds.
Exactly, right?
You can definitely see if he's out of bounds.
That's why you got to wear the blue. That's why you got to wear the blue shoes, right? Got to match the baseline and the sideline.
Then they can't tell you're there.
And then you look at Solano, all these guys pretty much got those blue shoes. Some got the white sneakers. So the Falcons can't hold it for the final shot, which they should, and at worst, they'll be up by 3 at half. Got to get it across half court. You got about 3 more seconds. Quan Gomes does.
How about an off-ball pick and roll here between Duran and McKinney? Both those guys have been the leading scorers today.
Duran thought about the screen. There he goes. Gomes, right hand, can't get it to drop. 1 second left. And that is how the first half is going to end. Falcons come out a little slow. Corey Duran, Jamar Moss check back into the game. About 3 minutes gone in the first half. And after that, it was the Mike McKinney show, putting on his Brandon Jennings effort there. And McKinney's been balling here in the first half with 22 first half points. So 42-39 lead for the Solano Falcons here at the Falcons Gymnasium.
Now it's started the second half here in Solano. Your Falcons leading 42-39 over the Merritt Thunderbirds. Number 1, John Amy, top of the key. Oh, God. Number 3, Mike McKinney with the steal. McKinney, 19 points in that first half, really leading this Falcons offense.
But they're still trying to get it inside, but they turned it over that time.
McKinney in the corner, dribbles up top, passes up top to Mike Stockton, back down to McKinney. McKinney out to Givens. Givens fakes the 3, over to Moss, to Stockton. Stockton back down, and the shot is blocked. Nice effort by McKinney, though.
That was a good block, though.
Great effort.
Nice effort by McKinney, knocked Nisby off guard. Nisby knocked the ball out of bounds. Falcons ball. Gomes inbounding to Givens. Givens puts up the 3, and it's good! Givens with the 3-pointer.
Good shot. They had to take that quick with the shot clock going down. He knocked it down.
Again, if the refs are the same in this half, all we have to do is just, you got to drive into the middle of the court and try and draw a foul. They're going to give these light, easy fouls.
Early timeout here.
Very early timeout. Coach obviously doesn't like what he's seeing from the Thunderbirds.
I don't think you like the fact they were able to get off a 3-pointer so easily with the shot clock down. I figure that's the last thing you'd want to give up is a quick shot.
So what was the key to that Falcons first half?
What was that? Sorry, I did not hear you.
What was the key to that Falcons first half?
It was McKinney. McKinney, 19 points. I mean, that kind of speaks for itself. He was just making everything, lighting it up.
Anthony Knight to inbound for the Thunderbirds. Knight over to Harold. Harold back to Knight. Knight to Amy. Amy over to Nisby. Back to Amy. Back to Knight. Knight passes down to Harold. Back up top to Amy. Amy to Nisby. And Nisby is tripped. Looks like we'll have a foul on number 3, Mike McKinney. Mike McKinney picks up his second personal foul with the blocking foul. Thunderbirds will inbound.
Good luck for them to try to get inside here again. Kind of do what they did in the first half.
Falcons need to keep
Nisby
pressure.
kicks it out to Harold. Harold with the 3, and it's good.
Falcons keep the pressure on the outside and just make Merritt pass the ball. force that three-pointer.
And hopefully they don't all drop like that one did. Givens calling the offense. Givens up to McKinney. McKinney misses the tip in. Nisby with the rebound.
They're trying to
Harold
one-up
with the
McKinney's stuff
rebound.
in the first half right
Held
there.
over to Nisby, down to Oates. Mike Stockton with the steal, but he stepped out of bounds, so it'll be Thunderbirds ball down underneath the basket.
A little late on that call, but if it's the right call, it's better to make it than not make it.
Substitution for the Thunderbirds, Marcus Green, who gets the ball quickly. Nice block there by McKinney, though.
The reason why they got that is everyone started running down the court, not even waiting for the ball to get picked up by their own team.
And James Givens is called with the carry.
They call it carry?
Little sloppy play there by the
See very
Falcons.
many of those calls in this level.
So Thunderbirds will inbound the ball. 17 minutes and 44 seconds left in the second half. Your Falcons still leading, 45-44. Thunderbirds closing the gap, though. Falcons showing the press, but Amy able to bring the ball up.
I like the fact that they're pressuring with Givens, too. He's probably their best on-ball defender.
Harold at the top of the key. Harold calls for the pick. Harold puts up the shot, and it's no good. Rebound, Gabriel. Gabriel's bringing the ball up the floor. Passes back to McKinney. McKinney over to Gomes. Gomes to Givens. Givens from the corner with a three, no good. Rebound, Thunderbirds. Amy's pushing the ball up the floor. He's going to take it all the way, and it's good.
That was a beautiful finish on that one.
Stockton inbounds to Gomes quickly. Gomes is going to push it up himself. No good. Rebound, McKinney, though. McKinney has a strip by Amy. Amy's going to go coast to coast again. Nope. Back to Knight, and Knight is called for the travel.
That was a tough one there. They usually don't call that open court travel like that.
That was very unusual.
Maybe it was a makeup call?
I thought that was going to be a foul call. Surprised me though with the travel call. So it'll be Falcons ball. Givens brings the ball up the floor. Givens over to McKinney, down to Gomes. Gomes down in the post, kicks it out to Stockton. Back to McKinney. McKinney to Givens. Givens to Gabriel to Stockton. To Givens at the top of the key. No good. Gomes with the rebound. Over to Gabriel. Gabriel puts up the three, and it's good.
Good three-pointer by Gabriel in the corner. Good patience, too.
It's a beautiful shot. It's effortless.
Harold with the nice move underneath the basket. It's no good, though. And it's back out on Harold.
Very animated referee in that corner.
I can't read half the numbers.
See what they try to do here. I think they're going to try to get Stockton another shot. He really hasn't shot that much here.
Badger at the top of the key. Over to McKinney. McKinney back up to Badger. Badger over to Gabriel. Back up top to Badger, over to Stockton. Stockton puts up the long three, and that's good. Nice three-pointer.
Stockton shot today. They just need to keep giving him the ball. He's making his shots right now.
Amy brings the ball up quickly. He takes it himself, and it's no good. Rebounded by Moss. Moss back to McKinney. McKinney will bring the ball up the floor. Badger's calling up the offense. Badger over to Gabriel. Knocked away there by Nisby. Badger recovers over to McKinney. Down to Moss. Moss gets it tied up. McKinney recovers though. McKinney loses it, and that's up to Nisby for the easy lay-in. Sorry, Amy. Josh Amy
Marin's
there.
playing its own defense right now. They need to try to get that ball inside.
So off the turnover, easy 2 points for the Thunderbirds, and Badger will bring up the offense for the Falcons again. Over to McKinney. McKinney back up top to Badger. Moss with the ball into the key into Stockton. Stockton out to Gabriel, or McKinney. McKinney with the 3-hand hit. McKinney is on fire tonight.
McKinney's just having one heck of a game right now.
Single-handedly leading this Falcons offense.
That's the first 3 by the Falcons in this first couple minutes of this game, this half.
Once again, Merritt goes inside, makes it look easy.
Badger back out to McKinney. To Stockton in the corner. Stockton with the 3-point attempt, and it's no good off the front of the rim. Thunderbirds have numbers going the other way. Nice. Oh, and the missed dunk by number 22, Anthony Knight.
What happened there? Did you just not try hard enough?
That looked like an easy fast break. What happened?
I don't think he expected it to be so easy.
It's already the second missed dunk by the Thunderbirds.
I think the Thunderbirds tried a little too much flash there on that 4-1 fast break, and they got nothing out of it. So your Falcons lead it here in the second half, 54-50. 13 minutes, 51 seconds left in the game. Your Coach Nagel, what are you telling your Falcons right now?
I would tell them, just keep pushing. You want to drive into the middle of the court and just draw a foul, because by the look of the refs in the first half, they were calling these light fouls, and you just want to draw the fouls, get on that free throw line.
Stockton really will man the ball for the Falcons. Badger passes over to Gabriel, back up to Badger. Down to McKinney. McKinney down into Moss. To Stockton in the key. Stockton with the easy put up. 2 points for Stockton.
Very good job breaking the press down right there. That's how you beat the press to get to the free throw line.
Number 11, Eppinger bringing the ball up. Eppinger down to Castrillo. Up to Amy. Amy to Nisby. Nisby up to Noodles, and Noodles has the easy dunk.
Those long limbs makes it look easy, that's for sure.
McKinney with the ball in the corner to Moss. To Badger to Gabriel. Falcons swinging it back into Moss, back out to Gabriel. Gabriel with a 3-point attempt. It's off the front of the rim. Rebound, Thunderbolts. Thunderbirds, my bad. Eppinger bringing the ball up to Amy. Nisby in the corner. Nisby pulls in. Back out to Eppinger. Eppinger with the shot. No good. Rebound, Moss.
Thunderbirds' 3-point game is not looking too good this half.
Badger bringing the ball up the floor for the Falcons. Over to McKinney. Stockton flashes out. Gabriel into Stockton. Stockton out to Moss. Back to Badger at the top. Gabriel with the ball, dribbles in. Oh, it hits Stockton. Stockton with the lay in, and it's good.
Good job by Stockton. Good patience on Falcons too.
Not usually a part of Stockton's game, but he is getting the ball in the post tonight, and he's doing a good job with it. And there's number 1, Josh Amy, doing a lot of the legwork here for the Thunderbirds. McKinney into Moss. Moss over to Badger. Badger to Gabriel. Gabriel with the 3-pointer, and it's no good. Rebound, Thunderbirds. Amy's bringing the ball up the floor. Amy over to Nisby. Nisby back to number 21, Marcus Castrillo. Castrillo with the easy put in.
Again, going inside. Makes it look easy going inside the paint every play right now.
Stockton with the ball at the top of the key. Down into Moss. Moss throws it away. And the Thunderbirds save it in, but knock it to the Falcons. And McKinney with the 3, and that's probably the worst shot he's put up all night. Amy pushing the ball up the floor for the Thunderbirds. He'll reset the offense to Castrillo. And Castillo is called for the travel.
That might have been a foul in the first half.
These refs are having a time calling these travels and these carries. looks like we're seeing some contact, but it's not getting called.
You can see these players aren't enjoying these refs right now.
So James Givens checks back in for the Falcons, along with Laquan Gomes. Kinney with the ball to Givens. Givens throws it away. That's out on the Falcons. Kind of a bad pass there to Corey Duran. Just couldn't hold on to it.
Good thought, good idea. Not executed very well.
Executed a little poorly there by Givens.
It looked like the Falcons coach wanted to free in the key on that one too.
Nisby throws the ball across court, and it's picked off by Givens. Givens pushes it up, he takes it himself, and it's blocked by Amy. Falcons recover the ball though. Moss at the top of the key. McKinney will set up the offense. Kitty calling out the play. Over to Gomes. Gomes down to Duran. Back out to Gomes. Down to Moss. Moss with the 2, and he's fouled.
There you go, draw the foul.
Another soft foul call, looked like, though. Can't quite get a reading on these referees.
So that seems to be working for the Falcons here in this second half, finding the open man in the post. First free throw from Jamari Moss is no good, rims out.
At least the Falcons still hold a 2-point lead right now with 10:09 left. It's 58-56.
Moss' second free throw is no good.
Gotta knock down those free throws.
Amy being pressed by the Falcons. Back out. Eppinger top of the key. Back to Amy. Amy to Eppinger. Eppinger with the shot, and it's no good. Rebounded by number 4, Nelson. And that's no good. Givens with the ball. Up to Moss. Moss with the fast break, and there's an easy dunk by Moss. Jamari Moss is starting to feel good tonight.
Good finish by Moss at the rim, throwing it down.
Amy's going to take it himself, and he'll draw the foul.
Falcons sure are giving these fans a really good game tonight.
That's probably the hardest foul of the game so far.
Foul is on number 10, Laquan Gomes. And that will be Gomes' first personal foul.
Gomes doesn't agree with it, but it did look like a foul.
I'll buy you another one though.
Amy with his first free throw attempt. And he sinks it.
Home crowd here is really loud. I haven't heard him this loud in a couple games.
Amy, a 55% free throw shooter on the season. Second free throw attempt by Josh Amy is no good. So sticking to that 50% free throw shooting percentage. Givens bringing the ball up the floor for the Falcons. Givens over to McKinney. McKinney down to Duran. Duran's posting up. Duran with the shot, and it's good.
Good job feeding Duran inside. He's the leading scorer all year for a reason.
Amy tries to carry this offense on his back. So the foul there is on McKinney. Not a shooting foul though. Amy will inbound the ball. Amy into Knight. Knight puts it up and it's no good. Knight with his own rebound puts back. No good again. Rebound Moss. Moss pushes it up to McKinney. McKinney up to Gomes. Gomes with the lay in and it's good. Nice pass break there by the Falcons.
That was beautiful pass work right there.
And we have a timeout, Thunderbirds. 64-57 Falcons lead. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left in this second half. And what have we seen so far here in the second half?
I'm seeing better offense from the Falcons in this half. A lot better. And their defense, they're holding back Merritt.
I I see a lot less than McKinney, so they're trying to get the ball around a little more, maybe feeding off McKinney's abilities in the first half. They're giving him the ball and letting him distribute now. The defense is really honing in on him, and Durant has actually been taking care of business here in the second half.
Yeah, no, I think the Falcons really have done a great job this second half of their big men, you know, taking control of this game on the offensive end. Just no one on the Thunderbirds is able to stop Moss or Duran or any of the bigger guys trying to post up. Even Stockton. Stockton getting involved in the post game.
I can't hear anything anyway.
So it'll be Thunderbirds ball. 8.5 minutes left in the half. Knight to inbound for the Thunderbirds. Over number 24, Marcus Green. Green pushes up to Nisby. Down to Noodles. Noodles with a turnaround, and it's good. Nice post there. Post move there by Noodles.
Falcons are trying to trap him in the backcourt, and it's not working right now.
Noodles doesn't even have to jump.
Noodles does not have to jump. Giving to top of the key to Moss. To Duran. Duran swings it over to Gomes. Gomes up top to McKinney. Back to Gomes. Gomes drives in. Out to Moss. Moss with a little 8-footer, and it's no good. Thunderbirds pushing it up. Amy pushing it up by himself again, and there's a count the bucket, and we're going to send Amy to the line.
What a shot. Good finish on that one, too.
Lots of energy from Amy here in the second half. Really trying to do everything for this Thunderbirds offense. Mike Stockton checks back into the game for the Falcons. And for
Joshua
Moss.
Amy's going for his 10th point today, too.
And Amy's free throw is no good. Rebound Stockton. James Givens will bring the ball up before for the Falcons. 3-point lead with 7.5 minutes left. Mike McKinney into Stockton. Stockton out to Gomes. Down to Corey Duran. Duran back out to Gomes. Gomes up top to Givens. Givens fakes the shot, but over to McKinney. Down to Stockton. Stockton with the little 10-footer from the elbow, and that rims in. I think Mike Stockton is feeling it tonight, fellas.
McKinney's doing a good job too in the second half, letting the defense come to him and then making good passes.
Thunderbirds with the ball down into Noodles. Noodles gets tied up. And we're going to have a foul here on 32, Corey Duran. It's the first personal foul for Duran this evening. Thunderbirds inbound underneath the basket. Quick pass to number 22, Anthony Knight, and he puts it in.
Bad interior defense on that one.
Falcons D really broke down on that inbounds play, that's for sure. King with the ball in the corner, back up top to Givens, to Gomes. Gomes up to Givens. Givens over to McKinney. Stockton flashing open underneath. No pass. Givens with the ball again. Throws it away, trying to reach Duran underneath the basket.
Another good idea, but not executed.
Amy out to Nisby, back over to Amy. Amy from 3, and it is no good. Rebound Duran, and he is fouled by number 22, Anthony Knight.
I don't know why Merritt's trying to shoot three-pointers here. They've done a good job just getting inside the key, chopping away at it 2 points at a time. You don't need all three right now.
They have not had any luck at their three-point game.
Givens bringing the ball up the floor for the Falcons. Givens top of the key, Duran with the pick. Over to Gomes. Gomes with the fake. Gomes drives in. Puts up the moves, back out to Stockton. Stockton over to McKinney to Givens. Givens drives in. Throws it away. Stockton recovers though. Down to McKinney. McKinney with the shot from the free throw line, and it's good.
That was a beautiful shot with 1 second left on that shot clock.
Little bit of sketchy play there by the Falcons, but it works out in their favor. Nice recovery there by Stockton, picking up the loose ball, finding McKinney. And nice move by McKinney.
That one got a little scary there. They ran it all the way down.
My palms are sweating.
Guess it's a good thing to run it all the way down when you have a lead and you make the basket at the end of the shot clock.
Yeah. So it's 68-63 Falcons. Just under 6 minutes left in the second half. And, I mean, it seems like the Falcons are having their way in the second half. I mean, the Thunderbirds are keeping up with them, but it hasn't looked like they're being outplayed at all.
Not at all.
Definitely been more of a team effort here in the second half. A lot more guys are scoring. It was all McKinney in the first half.
And I think that's helped into this second half. You know, Thunderbirds maybe paying a little more attention to McKinney, to some of the outside shots, the threes that they were making, so it's opened up this post game. Solano hasn't made many threes in this second half. Most of them came in the first half. This second half, it's been, you know, getting the ball inside and just using the size advantage they have on the Thunderbirds.
We still got Mike McKinney leading in points with 24 points. We also have Mike Stockton. He's catching up there. He's got 14 points so far.
Leading scorer for Merritt is Anthony Knight. He's got 14 as well.
Anthony Knight, who only averages 7.4 points per game, is having a pretty good night tonight. Night. Have a night. Nisby up to Noodles, and Noodles no good. Rebound Duran over to McKinney, up to Givens. Givens will slow it down, start the defense. Nope, over to McKinney. McKinney drives into Duran, and Duran with the easy two. Nice move there by McKinney, finding the open man.
That was beautiful. McKinney broke down the defense, drove in, sucked the defense in, and passed it over to Duran for the easy hoop.
Amy for the Thunderbirds again, trying to do it all himself. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That'll be Mike Stockton's third foul, 6th team foul. Stockton usually good at drawing the charges there underneath the block, but he might have been in the restricted area for that play.
The hometown crowd did not agree with that, but then again, are they supposed to?
And we have a
We got a technical foul called on Nisby. Is that what I just said?
Wow, yeah. Technical foul here on number 0, Delvin Nisby. Apparently not agreeing with something the refs are calling.
Didn't see why he got the technical foul, but I guess we have to agree with the referees on this one. No real replay to look at.
The refs are talking it over. I'm not sure what Nisby would be complaining about. Well, Givens will shoot the technical for the Falcons. Givens, one of the better free throw shooters for the team. And first basket is good. Second basket, that's good too. So Falcons easily with a 9-point lead now here.
It's definitely not Givens' first time to the free throw line. He shot more than anybody else in the team this year. Continues to knock him down.
We'll go back to the other end though after the technical shots, and we'll have Amy shooting his free throws.
Why would you waste that?
Amy's first free throw is no good. Second free throw by Amy, and that one is good. Sticking to his 50% free throw percentage. Kenny bringing the ball up the floor for the Falcons. Still 8-point lead, 5 minutes left in this game. Givens up top to Stockton, to the cutting McKinney, and McKinney has the nice lay-in.
Good drawn up play right there. Bring everyone out, then McKinney back cut, makes the easy layup.
Number 23, Harold, to number 22, Anthony Knight. Over to Amy. Amy trying to put the moves on Gibbons. He finds Harold. Harold with the drive. Harold with the bucket, and that's good.
Merritt is so good finishing around the basket.
Givens thought he had McKinney open on the break, but it gets thrown away. Knight picks it off. Knight's going to take it all the way, and it's no good. But rebound Harold. Harold puts it back up, and it's good.
Harold is living up to his bright shoes.
Little change of momentum here in the last minute, last couple seconds.
You don't see a lot of teams finishing it around the basket so easily like Merritt does. They make it look so easy.
Merritt doing a pretty good job underneath the post. Haven't done so well behind the three-point line, though. You'd like to think the Falcons are going to try and, you know, maybe play a zone or something, keep them from getting the ball down low so easily.
Is he really?
Yeah, I think that's all you can ask for is him to try to block the key out, not let him get some layups. You got to start making them shoot outside. They really haven't been able to knock a lot of those down today. Who do you think is going to bring Solano home right now? Do you think it's going to be Stockton or McKinney? Is it going to be Gibbons?
I think it's going to be their defense. I think they need to keep
Defense.
I think
exactly.
they need to keep Merritt from mounting a comeback here.
And right now, the worst thing they can do is just slow down, thinking they have it. They don't have a big enough lead right now.
Merritt with a full court press, and
Definitely
Corey
can't do that.
Durand throws the ball away. And that's exactly what you don't want to do if you're the Falcons. Sloppy turnovers. Still plenty of time left in this game to lose it. Amy's going to try and take it in himself. Drops it down. Nice pass by Amy down into number 21, Castrillo.
Falcons got to keep it out of the paint.
Referees have been really tenuous today with these calls.
Sorry, number 24, Marcus Green.
Like that. I had to use one.
The foul is on number 3, Mike McKinney, and McKinney picks up his 4th foul. So that'll send McKinney to the bench. Don't want him picking up his 5th and fouling out of this game in the next 4 minutes. Free throw, no good. Rebounded by the Thunderbirds, though, and they put it back up, no good. Ball's about to fall out of bounds. Gomes throws it back in, covered by the Thunderbirds, and we have a...
Falcons got to get that rebound. It's key.
Nice job by the Falcons there getting the jump ball and getting possession of the ball. Merritt with the full court press again. It worked last time. Why not try again? Stockton over to Gomes. Gomes back to Stockton. Stockton all the way down to Moss. Moss to the cutting Stockton. Stockton takes it up, and it's good. Count the bucket and send Stockton to the line.
Again, didn't really look like a foul, but he was a little bit out of control at full speed. But I guess the hip check does enough.
Battle way to break the press. Nice give and go from half court. And Stockton's having himself a game tonight.
McKinney in foul trouble could prove to be a big factor at the end of this game.
Stockton's free throw attempt is good, and the Falcons have a 7-point lead here with little under 4 minutes left in the game.
Defense needs to keep it tight right now. Can't let Merritt
Amy
into the...
trying to drive in on Gomes. Might have been a little push off there, but no call.
Good acting job right there by Gomes. It was a foul, but he did sell it, that's for sure.
Badger with the ball over to Gomes. Almost picked off, but Gomes recovers it. Gomes back to Stockton. Stockton brings the ball up. Hits the cutting Moss. And, sorry, Gabriel. Gabriel has the ball knocked away. Out on the Thunderbirds.
It's nice to see a good team on defense against the press and a team that can break the press. A lot of magic stuff going on.
Castriel will check in for number 24, Marcus Green. Or number 4, sorry, Eric Nelson. Stockton throws it into Gomes and it slips through his hands. But Badger recovers. Badger putting on the moves, back out to Gomes. Gomes has it stripped. And we're gonna have a foul here on the Falcons, on Gomes. After he lost the ball, kind of tried to trip up Harold there, it seemed like, or...
Yeah, another soft foul. I mean, I could see why they would call it because the guy's on the ground. But.
Well, you can't grab a guy's ankles as he's going for the ball. I think
that doesn't work.
General rule of thumb there.
But I think if the ball is loose, personally, it shouldn't be a foul because if he gets stepped on his head, I don't know if they would have called it.
So Eppinger with the free throw, that's good. Falcons in the penalty. That's why you have your Thunderbirds shooting.
I'm a strong believer in letting him play, Zach. That's all.
Eppinger's second free throw is good. And we have a lane violation on... And the lane violation's on Eppinger, I guess. Free throw's no good. 77-71 Falcons. 3 minutes left in the game. Stockton to Gomes. Gomes gets tied up and has to call timeout.
Again, you see both teams playing press defense and both offenses being able to break through it really easily.
That's a nice trap there, though, by Merritt, making the Falcons burn a timeout. Really unnecessary there.
6-point game, 3 minutes left. What has to happen here for Solano to be able to hold on?
I think right now they need to push, but they need to keep their defense up. Just push the Merritt back, make them throw up the 3 points. Because right now Merritt hasn't been knocking down the 3-pointers lately. So if you keep them out of the key, that should work for the Falcons.
Gabby.
Here we go. Solano coach looks like he's drawing up a play. See, I think Stockton gets the ball here again. He's been tearing it up here in the second half. There's no reason why they shouldn't draw the play to him. Maybe off a screen for a 3-pointer. Maybe to try to seal it, put a dagger in it.
Yeah, 3 here would be big, but I think they're talking more about the defense. Probably more about just calming down, you know, not making mistakes. Trying to just play within themselves in this last 3 minutes. Gomes to inbound for the Falcons, looking for an open man, finding Badger. Badger gets double teamed quickly. Gomes to Stockton, Stockton to Moss. Moss to Gabriel in the corner. Gabriel will get it to Badger, and we'll try and set up an offense here. Gomes tries to take it in, kicks it out to Stockton. Stockton with the shot, and he's fouled.
Got bailed out there with the foul call. 2 seconds left in the shot clock, and it wasn't a good shot attempt either.
That was a nice move by Stockton. Stockton, pretty good free throw shooter. No broadcaster's jinx there as Stockton sinks the first one. And our man Mike McKinney is back in the game to try and close it out for the Falcons. Checks in for number 10, Gomes. Stockton misses with the second free throw, but nice rebound by Gabriel. Gabriel gets tied up, and we have a foul. Gabriel's fouled by number 1, Amy.
McKinney and Stockton have combined for 44 points tonight. 44 at the 78.
Over half of the Falcons' points coming from those two. That's what you call carrying the offense. That was a nice move by Gabriel there, though, on the offensive boards. Getting the ball after that missed free throw attempt, drawing the foul. And the Thunderbirds are now in the penalty, so Gabriel will get his shot. First free throw for Gabriel is good.
Gabriel hasn't attempted many free throws this year, but he's in the crunch time for a reason.
But he makes them when they matter. Thunderbirds trying to bring the ball up court and break the press. Over to Harold, Badger tries to knock it away. Stockton up on Harold. Harold with the shot, no good. Rebound, loose ball, Harold, but coming behind him is Moss with the steal. Moss tries to take it up, no good. Badger with the putback, and that's good. Nice putback there by the little man, Daniel Badger.
That press was beautiful. They made the Merritt.
Thunderbirds bringing it back the other way quickly, and Marcus Green draws the foul.
Good job throwing his body into the defender, too, to get the foul call. Didn't look like much, but it was enough.
That's the 4th personal foul on Moss. We got a couple guys close to fouling out for the Falcons now. Minute 56 left in the game. And the free throw is good there by by Green. Givens down to Gabriel, back up to Givens, and we have a travel on Gabriel. Under 2 minutes, these turnovers could really cost you, but the Falcons still holding on with a nice little comfy 8-point lead. Amy's got something to say about that, though, as he tries to shake it himself. Count the bucket, send him to the line, and Moss is fouled out of this game. Number 5 on Jamari Moss.
Again, initiating the contact, getting the ball up in the air, and it's falling in for him. They're coming back in this game with and one.
So if he sinks this free throw, it could bring the Thunderbirds within 5, and that's plenty close with a minute 42 left.
Especially with the way Falcons have been turning the ball over lately, too. Careless mistakes.
And Amy's free throw misses. Rebound Stockton. Stockton to Givens to Gomes. Back to Givens. Givens will bring the ball up the floor. He has it stripped behind him. Harold gets it up to Amy. Amy over to Nelson. Nelson puts it up, and he's fouled.
I was just going to say they brought in Givens, their best ball handler, to break through their press, and he turns the ball over.
The Falcons right now need to just calm down and think about what they're doing.
So Noodles will go to the line and shoot 2. Noodles is a 60% free throw shooter on the season. And he sinks the first one. 82-77 Falcons.
That's the only way you don't want them scoring points right now is the time to stop.
And Noodles makes the second one. 4-point lead for the Falcons, minute 27 left. Stockton with the ball trying to break the press, hits Gomes. Gomes dribbles around, Amy coming up behind him. Gomes stuck, finds McKinney. McKinney loses the ball. Nelson with it, hits Green. Green to bring it up to Amy. Amy's gonna drive it in, Amy puts it up, and it's good. 82-80 Falcons, and the Thunderbirds are fighting back. Carried by Amy. Gabriel bringing the ball up the floor to Stockton. Stockton keeps control. Gomes with the ball. Gomes. And I don't know if we're going to get a jump ball or a foul. Jump ball, and it's Thunderbirds ball.
A lot of careless mistakes here in the last 2.5 minutes by Solano.
Solano just having trouble really breaking that press and staying under control.
Their press right now is really pushing the Falcons.
This game could come down to a couple free throw attempts with both teams in the penalty. And it's been a pretty physical game so far.
A 2-point game with no more fouls to give by Solano. You know Merritt's going to take the ball inside and try to get another foul call here.
You got to make sure you don't foul Amy. Try and keep him from driving in as easily as he has been. Amy with the ball in the backcourt being guarded by McKinney. They're going to call foul on them. Ooh. timeout there by the Thunderbirds. I thought they were calling the fifth foul on McKinney. A little worried there.
Close, yeah, I thought they called
A
it
little
too.
worried.
So what do you do here? Do you try to go 2 for 1, or you try to run that clock down, see if you can get the 2 points?
Well,
No? I think you want to run the clock down.
no, I think you
never know what could happen.
I think you want to score in less than 17 seconds.
I would want to score and then run the clock down after you score.
Yeah, but if you score quick, you give Solano the opportunity to try to run the clock down as much as possible, too. Solano's
But
not really missing.
right now, if you run down all 30 seconds, you still give Solano the ball back with 17 seconds. That's plenty of time for them to come down and score.
Definitely.
If you're Merritt, you're drawing up a play to have Amy drive it in as soon as he can.
Solano's not really been missing their baskets, though. It's more they're just making careless mistakes. So I don't know if you want to give them that much time. It's going to be real interesting to see how they play this one here.
What's your name? Sakadi? I'd like to give a shout out to our camera lady, Sakladi, doing a great job tonight. So let's see what play Merritt drew up in the timeout. And of course it goes to Amy. Amy being guarded by McKinney. Pick set by Nelson, but McKinney stays with him. Amy's gonna try and take it. Givens knocks it away, but it's out on Givens. Nice try there trying to cut off that pass.
Looks like they're trying to score quick, though.
Amy now to inbound the ball. This is interesting. Amy hits Nelson. Nelson trying to get Amy open again. Back to Harold. Harold with the ball. Harold round the pick set by Nelson. Then Harold's going to try and take it himself, and it's no good. And Mike McKinney with the big rebound, and he is fouled. They're on their feet here at Solano.
I don't know if you saw in that play, Gabriel tried to sell the offensive foul on that one. It didn't really get the call.
So McKinney will go to the line to shoot 2.
The game's hero, trying to put the game away right now.
Falcons with a 2-point lead. 20 seconds left in the game.
These are big free throws right here.
McKinney makes both of those. It could be the game. McKinney makes the first free throw. If he makes this, it becomes a 2-possession game.
That was the big one, though. That was the big one.
McKinney makes the second. That was huge right there. Amy will bring the ball up for Merritt. 15 seconds left in the game. They need to score quick. Amy down to number 22, Knight. Knight puts it up and it's no good. Knocked out of bounds by Givens. 8 seconds left in the game.
Now you make sure you let them shoot. Do not foul them on a shot. It's the last thing you want to do. Keep your hands up, even if they make it. I'd say you foul him right here, Zach. What do you think? Just foul him on the inbound?
No.
No.
Why give him two free shots?
They missed the first
Why
one,
stop
though.
the clock and give them free shots?
Yeah, but you get the ball back.
Why stop the clock? You get the ball back if they make a shot anyways.
Just don't foul him right now.
Don't foul them, especially if they're beyond the arc. That illustrious 4-point play would be ugly here.
Oh, game over, it looks like. The clock is not functioning.
Yeah, so we're waiting for the refs to fix the clock here. Right now it reads 0-0. Now apparently there's 8 minutes left in the game. We're going to overtime.
I didn't know there was overtime if you had a 4-point lead. It's good to know. Learn something new every day, I guess.
These JUCO rules can be a little confusing.
Looks like they were having clock trouble. The refs didn't know what time was going to be left on the clock after that out of bounds play.
This is going to be like the power outage of the Super Bowl.
I'm going to try and get some information from our resident rule guy, Zach Poff. Zach? So if you're up by 4 with 15 seconds left, it goes automatically to an 8-minute overtime. Am I correct?
Okay.
So we have the ruling. If you're up by 4 with 15 seconds left, automatic 8-minute overtime. We're going to get to see some more basketball tonight, folks.
JUCO, where heroes aren't made in the last seconds of games, apparently.
JUCO basketball. We never stop playing.
It's under 10. All right, we'll go into overtime. We'll let them play more. They're both playing hard.
Merritt, basically with half an hour to drop how to get 4 points in 8 seconds. Or whatever's going to be put on the clock.
You can expect a Merritt shooter to try to draw a foul here. Whether he jumps into the body or after he shoots it, he just flails a little bit.
So 8.6 seconds on the clock. Your Falcons lead 84 to 80. Merritt to inbound the ball underneath their own basket. They got to find a way to get 4 points in the next 8 seconds. Amory inbounds over to Knight. Knight from 3. And it's good.
He knocked it down. 3-point shot.
That's a big shot there by number 22, Anthony Knight, leading his team in points this evening.
You got to put all 5 foul shooters in the game right now. You can't let anybody go up there that's not confident free throw shooter.
I'd say Anthony Knight is having the night of his life, wouldn't you?
Drums, please.
Falcons, though, with the lead, still feeling pretty comfortable here, 1-point lead. You're going to get fouled 5 seconds left. You're going to shoot free throws. Who are you inbound leading the ball to? Who are you trying to get open?
I think you're even giving the ball to McKinney or Stockton right now. They both have been scoring, lighting up the scoreboard.
They have been knocking down shots. Get it to McKinney or Stockton.
You have the call from John and Jeremy. McKinney or Stockton. Or Givens.
Is their best free throw shooter, though. So you really have a couple options here.
Really, you're comfortable with anyone on this team the way they've been shooting tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to be McKinney. McKinney will be inbounding the ball for the Falcons.
Looks like we got a full court
Gabriel
press.
to be the unsung hero.
And they get the ball to Givens, and it's out of bounds on Amy. Knocks it out of Givens' hands. So we're gonna get to try that inbounds play again. What it did though is it took 2 seconds off the clock. You got 3.2 seconds left. That's less time Merritt will have to bring the ball back down in case the free throws are made or missed.
He almost got that timeout falling out of bounds though. That would have been real scary. Solano has to be careful and not make any stupid passes right now. They've
No
had a
stupid
whole
passes
second half
right now.
of bad passes.
If you get the ball inbounds and you get fouled, the game is basically wrapped up. What you can't do here is throw the ball away. We're having trouble with the clock again. Read 42 seconds, now it reads 4.2 seconds.
Interesting move to have McKinney inbound the ball. Maybe it's because he's one of the smarter players on the team.
And McKinney throws the ball up court to Stockton. And it's out on Merritt. All that did was take a second off the clock. It's 2.6 seconds now.
This game is stressful, Zach. That is for sure.
Interesting last 5 seconds of the game.
So McKinney throws the Hail Mary. Nobody's looking for it. Stockton races down for it. He can't get to it. The Thunderbirds do get to it, but fall on it out of bounds. So it's still Falcons ball. Falcons under their own basket. 2.6 seconds left. Still leading by 1. Still needing to inbounds the ball to their own player.
Two insanely
And
difficult
McKinney will
passes
inbounds it, and he'll get it to Gabriel, and Gabriel will be fouled. Gabriel got creamed there.
No line, that'd be tough.
Do you, hold on, Zach Poff. Do you get a free throw for every player that fouled you? Gabriel should be shooting 3.
So do you miss the second free throw with 0.4 seconds left? Well, 0.0 seconds left.
Well, right now we don't know how much time is on the clock because it reads 0-0, but I'm thinking they're going to put at least a second back on the clock, if not more.
Or 8 seconds.
Or 8 minutes, you know?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, why not
Nope.
8 minutes?
The game has been exciting.
We don't want this game to end.
Still waiting on the clock. So the clock reads 0.8 seconds.
0.8 is plenty of time to get a shot off if you don't make a basket, though.
With 0.8 seconds, if I'm Gabriel, I'm just throwing the ball up off the rim. That is not enough time to catch the ball and shoot. Rebound by Merritt, and the time is up, and the Falcons have won. 84-83, your Solano Falcons.
What a close game.
It got a little dicey there at the end with a couple of turnovers, but the Falcons prevail.
Falcons almost gave that one away, turning that ball over so much at the end of the game.
Get the top scores from the Falcons.
Your leading scorers tonight for the Solano Falcons are McKinney with 28, and you have Stockton at 18. Leading scorers for the Thunderbirds, Joshua Amy had 14, Strio had 12, and Marcus Green had 17.
So that's all from your Solano College Sports Network. Your Falcons winning over the Merritt Thunderbirds 84-83. I've been Zach Kraft, joined by Jeremy, John, as well as from the first half, Zach Poff. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.